Hey, long time no see, right? Wait, you want to move to Bangkok because you're super cold in your own country? I guess that's a valid reason, but before you make the move, let me tell you a few things that I wish I'd known before I moved here, okay? Hello, I'm May, and today we are reporting from the Green Circuit Park, which is one of the 3 connecting parks that makes up this very big green space in Bangkok. But wait, let me put down my camera before I tell you guys what the heck I'm actually doing in this country. So I moved to Bangkok over 3 years ago, and when I was finishing up my studies in the Netherlands, I had this really strong desire to move abroad. Wait, I think I need to sit down, I can't. So I saved up for about a year, worked a job in consulting and lived with my parents. And then the plan was to move to Thailand and find a job. And I got super lucky that I did find a job a few weeks before I moved. It was for a Thai company, so I did that for a bit, and then I eventually switched to a fully remote position. And yeah, that's where we're at now. So let's get to the good parts of the video. Okay, so first things first, where to stay, because Bangkok is huge. And I know that can be overwhelming. The good news is there's a lot of supplies in condos, especially when you try to sign a 1-year lease. So you can find a place very quickly, mostly within a week. And yeah, that's why I always recommend people to come here first, maybe stay at a hotel or hostel for a few days while you are looking at units. Some good places to start looking are Facebook rental condo groups. Here you can scroll through listings or get in contact directly with agents that can help you further out, as well as the website dddproperty.com. Here you can also filter on your preferences so you can get a better feel of the market. Never pay anything before you sign the contract. I've heard some cases where they ask you to pay something before you even view the unit. That's a huge red flag. And never pay more than 2 months of security deposit. Make sure you make pictures and film everything before you move into your unit. Unfortunately, Thai landlords are notorious for not paying your security deposit back, so when you move out, you can minimize disputes if relevant, but hopefully not. But yeah, that did happen to me, so be careful out there, people. Now, location. Most people will probably tell you to stay in the Sukhumvit area, especially along the BTS line from Ekkamai to Siam, I believe. And honestly, it's a super great location. It's convenient, there's a lot of malls, restaurants, and bars nearby. So yeah, very great. But it's also very, very busy because a lot of foreigners and tourists like to hang out there too. And it's also a little bit more expensive. Not only rent prices are a little higher, but also coffee, street food, and restaurants around, they have a little bit markup. But I guess that's the price that you pay for convenience. So I can't really tell you exactly where you should live because it really depends per lifestyle. But here are a few of my requirements. So one of my top priorities is if it's within a 15-minute walk from a BTS station. For me, I do not have my own vehicle, so I heavily rely on the train system. And I think once you are close to a train station, especially the BTS, I think you have a lot of access already, even though you're not necessarily in the quote-unquote center of the city. And second, does the condo have a co-working space? Especially now when I work fully remote, I do prefer it when a condo has a co-working space because my unit or the rooms tend to be a little bit smaller, so I still have another place where I can work that is still within the building or very close by. And third of all, is there a supermarket nearby? I know that Bangkok is a very convenient city where you basically never have to cook. I do like to make a homemade meal sometimes, and yeah, having a supermarket nearby is super convenient, not even for just produces, but also just other stuff, and they also tend to be a bit cheaper than the regular 7-Eleven. So let's talk money, because when you come here on a DTV visa or a tourist visa, you cannot open a Thai bank account. So that's why I always recommend before moving here that you open a VIDS or a Revolut account and get the bank cards or anything that's equivalent that is available to your nationality, because with these cards you can use them and then they don't charge you a exchange rate fee. You can also link these cards to apps that you probably use a lot, like Grab and Bolt. And also I do recommend you to bring enough cash from your home country that you can also use to exchange to the local currency here. And also make sure that you know the fees that are related to your ATM cards, so that you are aware of the costs of taking money out of your ATM. So yes. Also, one of the things that I love about Bangkok, you have a lot of options. So you can live very luxuriously, you can spend a lot, but you can also live quite simple and modestly and keep your cost low. But then the real question is, how much money do you need? But this is really tricky because it's really hard to give an exact amount that you need because everybody's lifestyle is different. But I can tell you this, Thai companies have to pay a minimum required salary for foreign employees, and for most Western countries or nationalities that is 50,000 Thai baht a month. Now, can you live comfortably in Bangkok with 50,000 Thai baht a month as a solo person? Absolutely, but you will need to be mindful of your spending and you can't live that high so luxury Instagram lifestyle if you also want to save money. Now, if you're my friend and you ask me about moving to Bangkok, I'd ask you this: would you want to go back home eventually? Okay, assuming here that most of us come from places that have a higher cost of living than in Thailand, even if you earn enough to live comfortably here or you have savings that can stretch you a little further, I think it's important to think long term too. I guess what I'm trying to say here is don't burn through all of your savings just because Thailand is cheaper or because you're living in the moment without having a plan. Try to set yourself up each year so that you can still save enough money that if you were to go back home or want to move to another place, that you are not financially worse off. Life is long, Bangkok is fun, but future you still needs to eat and have a roof over its head. But to end this on a positive note, Bangkok can be extremely affordable and comfortable as long as you manage your finances well. It can also give you a lot of freedom, growth, and breathing room that you might not have back home. It's getting darker, so before we lose daylight, let's do a rapid fire of some random tips that I have. Okay, people, it finally happened. I forgot to turn on my mic for the next few clips, so that left me with the following choices. 1. Reshoot the clips, but that means that I have to go back. Or 2. Do a voiceover and then you get to enjoy a mismatched lip sync performance. And I think honestly that's the best option that we have right now. So yeah, here goes nothing. Tip 1. Sign up for the Rabbits Rewards program. If you're staying long term and use the BTS a lot, connect your Rabbit card to the Rabbit Rewards program. You can earn points every time you ride and you can redeem them for free trips or other perks. Tip 2. Get an unlimited data package. This one is for my remote workers out there, and although most places offer decent Wi-Fi, there still have been quite some instances where I need to connect my laptop to my hotspot to get work done. Tip 3. Download the Grab app. Grab here is not just used for hailing taxis and motorbikes, but you can also order food, send parcels, and they also have this dine out option now where you can eat out at many restaurants with additional discounts. Tip 4. Use the Sprinkle water service. Since you can't drink tap water in Thailand, I've been using Sprinkle to deliver these big jugs straight to my condo. It saves me from carrying heavy bottles all the time. The service is also fully customizable and everything is in English, and that's super convenient. And last but not least, enjoy the journey. You're moving to freaking Bangkok and that is super amazing. Not everything will go smooth and there will for sure be times when you're going to be frustrated with how things are done here. But always remember that it's such a privilege to move countries by choice, so just enjoy the ride. So I heard that they have a bird watch tower here, so I want to see it and climb it and see if I can see birds. Oh my god.